Shalom, Israel. I'm coming at you a little different tonight because I've been through a lot the past few weeks. And there's a scripture I want to read out of the book of Psalms. Psalms 91, 5 through 7. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. That's warfare. Nor for the pestilence, which is diseases, that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right side, but it shall not come nigh thee or near you. Now, that particular scripture also include loved ones, okay? It don't just include enemy, because right now we're in a time of a plague. And there are people that's going to fall that'll be your friends, your family, uh, thousands that you see on the news, whether it's true or not. Death is coming, and you have to prepare for it, okay? Now, death knocked at my door. I lost my son last Sunday. As I said, I'm going through some things. But as an Israelite, I have to look at life and look at things different than normal, than I would normally do when I was under Christianity. I should say Seventh-day Adventist, but it's the same. Now that we're going through a plague, the Most High is taking a lot of people, like certain elderly people or people that have underlying conditions, before they, I'll say, eat the bowl of grits. Remember, I have to watch what I say. Before they eat the bowl of grits and get that stuff in them. Now, if you think back during the time of Noah, when Noah built the ark and everything was finished, everybody in Noah's family was taken. They was taken in sleep. Methuselah and the rest of them. Why? So the Most High would not allow them to suffer once the flood came. So Noah's family line all died in their sleep. And I don't know if it was all in one night, but he didn't want them to suffer. So those of you that are in the truth, and when it comes your way, and it's coming, because they got all kind of viruses lined up to shoot out there, to get it out there, just so, so we can take that bowl of grits. That's the main objective. I still say it's a depopulation. But when it comes your way, those of you that are awake, and you know what I mean by that, you have to go to these scriptures, because a lot of times, especially you single fathers, you're going to be in situations to where if you lose a loved one, your worst enemy will be within that family, because you are awake and they are not. And you got to go into all these bad spirits, listen to all this and that about Cedra Bozier, and you may not have a say-so over anything. And that's hurting, especially if it's a child of yours that you lose. Sometimes it is hard to catch yourself, and I was told that I couldn't speak at my son's funeral, which is coming up. Well, naturally, that's going to tear me apart. But I had a friend that told me that I was speaking out of anger. I didn't quite understand that. So I had to humble myself, and usually I go into a shell. It's normally the type of person that I am. And try to talk to the Most High and see what I come up with. And something did come to me. He was right. But I want to show you what happened and how I came to that. Because there is so much that's going on. They're going to get you one way or the other, or try to break you by, taking a loved one either through the bowl of grits, or someone you may know, or even you could be in a position where you forced to go into these places. And I want to show you something. Do with it. It's around here somewhere. Yeah. What is this? You know the old saying that goes with that? Such and such check in, but you're going to have to figure out the rest, because I got to be careful what I say. And as I keep going, you will see why I held that up. Now, my son did have underlying conditions. And he passed from having a seizure, which he had several times before. But before I get into what made me snap, I want to go through something, a few videos. I want to go through about 3 videos. The last one I'll show you, and that's the one that got me. But this plague is going to get worse. Okay. And, I knew it was coming. And it's going to be more than just my son. And you may have already been through it, but it's going to be more. It's going to be more. As the politicians say, welcome to the new world order. Welcome to the new world order. It's going to be a whole lot of death. And after I make this video, I'll come to you normal. I think my next video, I'm just going to have it on health. I'm going to have it on health conditions, food you can eat to help yourself, not just lose weight, but to fight off certain viruses. There is food to fight off viruses. They'll never tell you that. But there are certain things that you can eat. Let me go here. Let me go here. And I want you to tell me, what does this look like? Does this ring a bell? That's back in Egypt. What does that look like? Anything we going through today? That was way back in Egypt. And now they still doing it today. There's nothing new under the sun. This one, I'm going to play for a while and let you, let me see. I want you to check this one out. Let's see. Let's see. Let me get my phone, make sure I bring up the right one. Never before seen. Okay, here we go. That's it right there. There we go. Back to here. I want to show you something. I'm going to play this to the beginning. I want to play this. And I want you to listen. Now, understand one thing. What went on back then is no different from today. But I want you to see this and see if you can pick out something.
Good evening and welcome from New York. And will you also welcome, please, someone who's not very easily able to visit us in London at the moment. Will you welcome, please, Mr. Muhammad Ali.
Way back in 68.
Welcome. I was reading a piece in England just before I came over which described you as the former heavyweight champion of the world. But is that a description you'd accept with the word former or X in it?
Well, I don't make an argument over the thing because it was cheaper myself. I know that I had to beat Sonny Liston twice. I'd like to apologize for my voice. I have a cold. This flu is going around. I'm catching.
What did he just say? What did he just say was going around? He play it back, man. Back it up.
State AAU Germany kind of thing because it was cheaper myself.
As the former heavyweight champion of the world, but is that a description you'd accept with the word former or X in it?
Well, I don't make an argument over the thing because it was cheaper myself. I know that I had to beat Sonny Liston twice. I'd like to apologize for my voice. I have a cold. This flu is going around. I'm catching it. But I beat the best that England had to offer, Germany.
Is anybody's face covered up? What about the other guy in front of him?
Canada and America, undefeated in all of my professional fights, two-time United States Golden Glove champion, two-time United States AAU champion, and world Olympic gold medal winner, unscratched and unmarked by human. So I pay no attention to.
Now I'm going to fast forward it because I want you to see something else. Fast forward.
In black neighborhoods, white people have enough places with themselves. We need something now.
I was fascinated by this survey that's recently been done about your ability as a boxer since we first knew you as a boxer.
Did you see that? Still coughing.
So let's start with boxing and then go on to the other things. I was fascinated by this survey that's just been done about the speed of your punching.
See, I just wanted you to see. Now, nothing has changed from then to now. You just don't hear the word FLU anymore. The name changed. That's it. But what was taken back then, why can't it be taken today when the symptoms are the same? Let's go to one more, and then I'm gonna call it a night. I just had to get on and apologize while you haven't heard from me, and to let you know what was going on. I want to go this next one. It's the one that got this one here is the one that got me the most. see. Okay, it's on. Okay. This one here got me the most. When I went and watched this particular video, this what made me wake up and say, hey, I need to check myself. I need to understand that even though what I'm going through, the Most High has a mission for me that I took at my baptism. I asked to be a spokesperson for the Most High. When I got the truth and I started learning years ago, and to a lot of you that's awakened and know the truth, you have to understand that when death comes, you have to let it pass, because we have a mission not only to wake up others, but to let those who have an ear know what's coming and what's about to happen. So I have to continue with this mission. I slipped for a minute, and I went and saw this next video, and this is kind of made me like a slap on my butt. You know, you need to wake up, Willie. So this is the video. Let me see. Mark it back. 21.54. Listen to this. Listen to this story. My black brother.
So I'm writing as you talking.
Yes.
So what this sounds like to me is that from the day your mom came in on the 21st of September, in September of 21, that they basically imprisoned your mom.
They did.
It almost sounded like to me that they had no thoughts of letting her go at all. And this is why I say that. I'm just to recap what you said, okay?
Okay.
You said that she went in for a day surgery.
Yes. That is correct.
A day, and anybody know the day surgeries, you go in, you have your surgery, they wait around to see if you're going to be okay, and whoever brought you there can take you back to the house. So she came in for a day surgery, right?
That is correct.
But then while she was there, they noticed that her blood pressure or her blood sugar was low, correct?
Her blood sugar was low.
So now she needs to be admitted.
Yes, that is what they told me.
Now she needs to be admitted. So they admit her, and now she needs to have a procedure done. But to have the procedure done, she has to have a negative COVID result.
That is correct.
Now she wasn't coughing. She didn't have no fever. She wasn't showing no signs of a cold or anything, right? But we got to test to see if she got COVID. Am I correct?
That is correct. She showed no signs of COVID at all.
Okay, so they test her, she come back negative, and they do the procedure. So now she should be able to go home, right?
That is correct.
But they don't let her go home. Because she lived by herself, we got to send her to a rehab.
That is what they told me. Yes.
So she's still a prisoner to the hospital.
That is correct.
So while she's at the hospital, in the rehab, her sugar goes low again.
That is correct.
So now she got to go back to ER.
She went back to the ER. Yes.
Now, I'm hoping y'all understand this, and the reason why I'm showing this, because remember, my son has had an underlying condition with seizure, plus he was so underweight. See, so I didn't snap, because this could have been my son if his mother had caught him on time to revive him. Okay, Guess where he would have been? If he would have been revived, they would have taken him to. And this is what this brother, Shiryah Shub Judah, one of the 3 Hebrew boys, is explaining. So I had to slap myself. I needed to wake up. And they can't wait to get us in there. You can check in, but
30 minutes after ER, you want to see mama. They won't let you see her because she what?
They told me she had tested positive for COVID.
Wow.
This is in a 30-minute window. I don't live very far from the hospital, but this was in a 30-minute window because they called me at the rehab to tell me that they were sending her back to the hospital.
That rehab facility is that rehab that's right around the corner from the hospital. Am I correct? Like right across the street.
Right, that's correct.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And so they told me that I could not see her because she had tested positive for COVID. Now this, as I spoke to, I'm like, they don't have time to test her. They didn't have time to test her in order to determine.
Especially in 2021, because if I'm not 100% sure, but in 2021, I don't believe. Look that up, Safa. I don't believe that there was a such thing as a rapid test in 2021. Not in September 2021. I don't believe that it was.
Fair use.
No, not in September 21. There was no sign of any rapid COVID testing given to the patient, to anybody. Anybody. And so while I was not able to see her, I had to communicate with her and the doctors via the telephone. I was not allowed to. I was no longer able to see my mother. So while she was in the
So what was the last day that you saw your mom?
September 12th, the day that she went in for the day surgery, September the 12th, 2021.
Okay.
That was the last day that I was able to see my mother.
Okay.
That was the last time I was able to see my mother not laying on a gurney.
Okay, gotcha.
The next time that I was able to see my mother, she's, once they said she had COVID, she stayed in the hospital. They're doing the 14 days of
quarantine
or whatever. But again, she was not able to come home even after that diagnosis.
Now, people, I've heard this story I don't know how many times. I'm just using this one because death came to my door and I had to wake up. I had to snap. But I've heard this over and over and over from 2020, 2021 of things like this happening. And it can easily happen if you're not paying attention. Luckily, I have good enough friends to talk to me and show me things, and have me to wake up. I thank the Most High, and I prayed to the Most High to take him in the bosom of Abraham, because he is surrounded by Cedra Bogier. But he was only 21, but he was so frail. He was, hold tight. I don't know if you can see it. That's him as a kid. And that's him after graduation. You see how frail he's a small kid. That was at 19. You see? And what that woman is going through could have easily happened to me. And you talking about hell. It's like I said, it's okay to get upset at certain things when things are against you. Like I'm being told that I couldn't speak at his funeral. But I have to look at things differently. And if those of you that are in that position, just be Be humble. Give it to the Most High, and then under this condition, I'm asking and begging the Most High to put him in the bosom of Abraham. There's nothing but sound sleep. There's nothing else that can be done. It don't make no sense for me to fight all those demons over there. It's like hitting a brick wall. I have to keep going. I got to keep making these videos. If you want to see that video in its entirely, you go to, and because she has a lot more to say, you go to It's All Unraveling, episode 46, E46, When You Get Killed at the Bar. That's the title of it. It's Truth Be Told Flex Podcast. Is the name of the show. But that episode is episode 46. You can listen to it in its entirety because there was a lot more to it, but I don't want to play all of it. I wanted to give you a taste of what they're doing. And that's been going on for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years now. And my boy could have easily been caught up in that. You can check in, but you ain't. I'm going to call it a night. I wanted to make this quick video. I'm still here. And I'll be in better sound mind next time. So I'm going to say shalom to you. Give you a little jazz like I normally do. There you go. There you go.